Hey, hope you're having a great day. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through 10 different bachelor's degrees, all of which are regionally accredited and totally legit that can be earned in less than 12 months. Yes, full bachelor's degrees starting from zero, like a high school diploma or a GED, that can be earned in less than 12 months. I'm going to give you a big variety that can lead to tons of different careers, and hopefully you can find a path that's going to save you multiple years of college and tens of thousands of dollars in tuition, because guess what? If you graduate faster, you save a whole bunch of money too. If you don't know who I am, my name is Ryan. I earned a bachelor's degree in just 9 months, and now I help other people do the same, if not faster than I did. So if that's interesting, just subscribe. Let's jump into these 10 different college degrees, all of which can be earned in 12 months or less. The first degree I want to talk about is called UX design. It's actually short for user experience design, and it's kind of like graphic design. So if you've ever been interested in being a graphic designer, this degree is, in my opinion, even better. Think graphic design plus having some business savvy and knowing how to design things so that users have a good experience and so that people buy things and things like that. So designing websites and apps in a business savvy way. I like this more than graphic design, and it pays more as well. The thing I like about this, for a tech degree, it's really, really easy. You can earn this degree 6 to 12 months would be a good goal to shoot for, and average US salary of $95,000 plus per year for a degree that can be earned this fast is pretty awesome. The next one I want to talk about is marketing. Now, couple different ways to get marketing degrees. You can get like a social media marketing degree. You can get it like a marketing analytics degree. I prefer the analytics side because I don't think schools are very good at teaching social media, because by the time curriculum gets approved and starts being taught, it's already outdated, and social media tends to move faster than schools do. So I'm not a huge fan of the social side, but the analytics side is pretty cool. Now, very, very easy college degree to accelerate. This is a college degree that can be earned in 3, 6, 9, 12 months fairly easily if you do it correctly and follow the right steps. Average US salary, $99,000 per year. Marketing, if you're good at marketing, your salary can increase. You can make a lot of money. If you're bad at marketing, it's hard to keep jobs. So it's one of those things that you got to be passionate about and actually be good at. But if you are, can lead to a great career. You can get your bachelor's degree really quickly. The next degree on the list is teaching. Now, obviously there are tons of different types of teaching degrees. So let me walk you through which ones can actually be accelerated. We're talking elementary education, special education, math, science, English, higher grades, lower grades. There are a big variety of degrees to choose from. Now, the thing with teaching degrees, it's a rewarding career. You will always have a job, so there's high job security because there's always a huge demand for teachers, but salary is way too low, as most of us know. We're talking like $40,000 to $80,000 a year, depending on the situation, depending on the state you live in. But you get summers off in most situations, so that's good. Schedules can be pretty good, but low paying. If you want to be a teacher though, you can get a teaching degree really, really quickly. The next degree on the list is communications. Communications is one of the easiest college degrees you can get. There are pros and cons, so let's dive into those. First off, pro, it's really fast, it's really easy. It opens a ton of different doors because it's a very broad degree, but sometimes it's not a specific enough degree, and we'll get more into that. US average salary is really broad range because you can get tons of different jobs, but we're talking $60,000 to $90,000 a year would be kind of a normal range. Depending what job you get, you can go higher than that as well. Now, different jobs you can get with this degree. You're talking a huge variety of like marketing jobs or human resources type jobs, public relations jobs, broadcast journalism, basically a huge variety, right? My opinion though, if you want to be in marketing, get a marketing degree, not a communications degree. If you want to be in HR or human resources, get an HR degree, because those degrees can both be earned really quickly as well. But if you're just in a job where your employer's like, hey, we don't care what bachelor's degree you get, just go get a bachelor's degree, this is the type of degree that should be near the top of your list because it's easy, okay? So if you're just in a situation, need a degree, doesn't matter what degree, look at communications. You can do it really, really quickly. The next degree on the list is human resources, like we just talked about. Now, I love human resources. It's a big sleeper degree for me, and a lot of people don't really understand what it is and why. So let's get into it. Now, first off, you can make good money, over $100,000 a year, if you work in HR management, if you're like higher end on the totem pole. Now, there are lots of low end HR jobs. Usually those don't need a degree at all. But if you're actually managing an HR team or department, you can make a lot of money. And honestly, $100,000 a year is on the low end if you're in those management positions for the right companies. Now, most companies have HR, and in general, we always think of training, hiring, firing, and payroll. That's kind of the gist of HR if you don't really know a lot about HR. Having said that, let's go a little bit deeper. HR, you can hold positions where you go into companies, get hired by big companies, and you get to dissect basically what they're doing wrong, what they're doing right. You can go through and narrow down departments and be like, this department's way inflated. Let's get rid of a bunch of people. This department's lacking. We need to hire people in this department. Basically, you're like the eyes of, let's oversee this company and see why they're not profitable or how to increase profit margins. That's really cool. And if you're good at it, headhunters will come after you and try to hire you because they want to make their companies better. So this is one of those careers. If you're really good at it and you're a passionate worker and you know how to advertise yourself, you can have really cool careers in HR. For some people on the outside, it sounds boring, but if you get really deep into it, it's a pretty cool career and a major that can be earned in 6 to 12 months. The next one on the list is finance. If you're good at working with money and you like working with money, maybe you would like to help other people or other businesses work with money for your career. Average salary over $100,000 a year. There's high-end potential here. We're talking working in investing, working with high-end people. Business finance can be pretty cool. And as you learn and get better at it, you have more personal gain because you get better with your own money and you learn how to invest with your own money. So it's one of those careers that kind of trickles down into your personal life as well. The downside, if you're not good at it, you're not going to succeed because if you're losing money for companies, they're going to let you go. You're going to get fired. So you got to be careful. You got to be good at it. You have to be passionate about it. But if you are, it can be a really, really awesome career. The next one on the list, cybersecurity. Tech degrees are really hot right now, and that's not going to change anytime soon. So if you're looking at like future-proof careers, tech is not a bad way to go. Cybersecurity professionals make a lot of money. US average is $118,000 plus. And the cool thing is you're learning like how to hack, be a digital hacker, but a good digital hacker. Basically, you learn how this all works, how the bad guys infiltrate networks and systems, so that you can protect your employer from those bad guys. That's a cool job. And sometimes there are opportunities for remote work. So if you want to work from home and make a lot of money, cybersecurity is something to maybe dip your toes in the water and start looking more at. Also, another degree that can be earned really quickly. The next degree on the list is supply chain management. This is a fun one for me. Whenever I think of supply chain management, I think of George Costanza from Seinfeld talking about being an importer-exporter. So it makes me laugh a little bit, but it's actually really high demand type field. And you can do a number of different things. You can travel, you can work in importing and exporting. You can work in inventory and ordering. You can do a lot of different things with this job, but you're going to be working with products and with inventory and with supply and buying and selling and things like that. If that's something you're interested in, you can make a lot of money too. Over $100,000 a year is the average salary if you have a bachelor's degree. Now, this industry does change with government and restrictions and things like that. Another interesting thing about the supply chain world is a lot of times you're working globally. You're not just working here in the United States. So you learn regulation and restrictions for different governments and shipping and buying from certain countries and what that all means. So logistically, it's pretty interesting if you're that type of person, obviously. So another degree you can earn in 6 to 12 months if you do it right. The next one on the list, computer science. This is one of my favorite tech degrees. And there are programs where you can actually earn a computer science degree, even though it's like one of the highest level tech degrees, can earn this degree faster than a lot of the other tech degrees because you're not diving as deep into coding language as some other tech degrees. You're learning kind of broad end, big picture stuff. You're learning how to build and create things. I want you to picture like an engineer, but for tech. I think it's really cool. And if you're good at it, you can get really high-end jobs. Average salary is over $100,000 a year. But if you're very, very good, you're talking working high-end for really, really big companies. So pretty cool career opportunities if you're good at this. Now, there is more math and more science than some other degrees. But again, you're not diving as deep into like coding languages, like software development type stuff. So something like software development can take longer to accelerate than computer science. This is a degree that, yes, you can earn a high-end tech degree in less than 12 months. People do it all the time. You just have to know how to do it and how to do it the right way. The next one on the list is healthcare management. Now, healthcare management, pros and cons. I view healthcare management as kind of a stepping stone to being high-end in the business side of the healthcare world. Now, if you just go get a healthcare management bachelor's degree, you can find yourself in a pretty good paying job that is boring, okay? Because you're doing, healthcare management, you're working with insurance companies or logistics of the business side of stuff. But if you go on and get a master's degree after that, you can have jobs where you're like managing hospitals, you're doing really cool things, or managing smaller healthcare clinics. This can be pretty interesting and can keep you on your toes. Now, some of the really high-end jobs are really demanding and you'll work a lot of hours, but being important in the healthcare world is a good thing. And healthcare is not going away. It's a growing industry because our health keeps getting worse. So dollars in healthcare keep going up, salaries keep going up, and job demand keeps going up. So healthcare management, if you're looking for like a steady job and you can get through like the first few years of grinding and doing more boring things and climb the ladder, you can get into some really high-end jobs that lead to very good careers. Now, all of these degrees can be earned in less than 12 months if you do it right. If you're interested in my 3-step process on how to get these degrees in less than 12 months, I'm going to leave a link to another video right here. Click on that video and you can learn my process. I hope this is life-changing stuff for you, and I will talk to you in the next video.